Welcome to A Recipe Reborn featuring your favorite foods from Final Fantasy XIV. Hello, my name is Lemon Drop and I recreate dishes as close as I can to the in-game recipe, description, and thumbnail. If you're into 14 and food, please subscribe and click the bell for a new episode every Tuesday. Today I am making a Pixieberry Cheesecake, also known as a strawberry cheesecake. I thought it was appropriate to make a cake this week to celebrate the Rising, which this year marks the 6th anniversary of the launch of A Realm Reborn. I also wanted to do something special, so I decorated with the game's logo, a silhouette of the falling moon Dalamud. Despite the fact that my first attempt at making this didn't taste very good, it was pretty easy to make, so I hope you give it a try. The decoration, on the other hand, takes a bit of practice, but I'll show you how I did it. Starting with some graham crackers, I'm crushing them in a zipper bag with a rolling pin. If you prefer to do this in a food processor, that will work too. Everything goes in a bowl to combine, and then I'm just pressing it into my springform pan. This pan is pretty small but tall, so keep that in mind if you do decide to give this a try. Times, temperatures, and measurements, as always, are in the description. This goes into the fridge to firm up while we prepare the other ingredients. Alright, time for strawberry puree. Everything goes in a pot to cook for about 10 minutes before blending. The in-game recipe says to use gelatin, but when I tested this, I prefer the texture of the sauce thickened with cornstarch, but both will work, so use whichever you prefer. Next up is the cheesecake filling. I did try to find yak milk, but unfortunately it's pretty rare in Toronto, so as a compromise I'm using a combination of cream cheese, goat cheese, and sour cream. The first time I made this, I forgot to add the vanilla, and I decided to mix in a little bit of the strawberry puree. The result was a sad pink pile of flavorless cheese, and I learned why cheesecakes are usually topped with fruit instead of mixing it in. Here I'm ready to assemble, and I decided to layer my fillings for two reasons. One, I can get some practice on my decorating skills, and two, I can get a little extra strawberry goodness in the middle. I put in half of the cheese filling, spooned on a little puree, and then topped it with the other half. Now I have a blank canvas to make my strawberry masterpiece. After decorating, this goes into the oven to bake for about an hour with a pan of water on the lower rack. That will keep the top from splitting or cracking. After baking, I put it in the refrigerator to set overnight. Okay, here's the real challenge. The yellow stuff is candy melts, which you may remember from the Spriggan chocolate episode. I put them in a zipper bag, microwave them until they are melted, and then snip off the corner to make a piping bag. From there, I'm drawing on a piece of plastic taped over a design I printed. For that main scenario quest marker look, I'm brushing on some edible gold powder. I think that looks pretty good. I'm really happy with how that turned out. I'm ready to release my cake from the pan, which is really easy with the springform. On goes my golden decoration. And that's it. All that's left to do is celebrate. I know I say I don't really like sweets every time I make a dessert, but truly I mean it every time I say I'm surprised how well this turned out, especially after my first failed attempt. The goat cheese and the sour cream are not particularly noticeable in the finished product, so there's no twist or unexpected surprise, just a delicious homemade cheesecake with fresh strawberry puree. I shared this with my family and friends and it got rave reviews, so I hope you do give it a try. For the full recipe and instructions, please check out the link to my website in the description below. I wish you all a happy Rising, and I wish a happy anniversary to everyone involved in the launch of A Realm Reborn. You have given us a great game, and this cake is a small token of my gratitude. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week for another recipe and another episode.